What is up, everyone? My name is Jonathan. Today we are doing an Adobe Photoshop tutorial on how to remove this right here. I'm not sure if this is someone's hand or two fingers or whatever this is, but this request came in on one of the groups that I'm in, and I have no problem doing stuff like this to show someone how to do it on their own photo because that makes the most sense. So with that, let's get started. I'm probably going to do this both ways just to see what works better, and that is going to be using the patch tool and the clone stamp tool. So to make this a little easier, what I think I'm actually going to do is select the shirt. Oh, make sure. So I have this censored just because this is their name. You're never going to be able to figure out who these people are, but this is censored. Make sure to get that good right there. And this is just a little prep work to make this way easier to do the rest of it. Oops. Okay, now we can grab our clone stamp tool. And let's see here. So by holding Alt and then right clicking and dragging left and right, you can adjust the brush size. And I think we are going to grab this grass over here. That looks like it should make sense with what this is. So we're going to grab, yeah, we'll grab right there, and then we'll paint in over here. And this is going to create a hard edge right here on this bottom, but that's okay. We'll fix that. Let's see, change the opacity back up to 100 and just paint this in. And then what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to take the selection, this lasso tool right here, and go in here and just drag along this shirt down like so, and back up. And now we'll be able to paint in a little bit here, and that will make that line not so sharp, because that's really what the struggle would be. The struggle, and I lassoed this so that you don't have to try and paint the edge of the shirt. And let's see, we will grab my mind is totally blank. What am I doing? Patch tool, or clone stamp tool. And we're going to change the opacity back down and click over here, make this brush a little bit smaller, and just paint in this edge. There we go. Something like so. So deselect. And that looks pretty good to me. Looks like a floating shirt if I've ever seen one. So that's how you would do this with the clone stamp tool. We will back up and see if we can do this with the patch tool. So now we're going to try and use the patch tool to do the exact same thing. And we're going to start out by doing the same thing. We're going to select, I wonder how it'll look if we try to select the fingers. So I do not have this box contiguous here selected, so I need to check this box, and this will prevent it from selecting elsewhere on the in the picture. So now it will only select pictures or points within a tolerance of 32 on this layer, because it's all sample layers are not. So if you had multiple layers, then it won't select those. Get a little closer to the edge, because I want it to be really close. Well, that's a little too far. So we can move this tolerance up some and keep clicking here, and it will continue to pick colors closer or further away. So it looks like it's pretty much done. I did 50 and it selected outside of the fingers. So we will just unselect that by just using the lasso tool real quick. Okay, so we've done that, and now we're going to grab our patch tool, and now we can simply click and drag this over to something that looks like it'll make sense right about there. But the problem with doing that is that it didn't really do a great job doing that with the shirt. It kind of pulled some of the shirt in, and it did a really good job. Like, there is no line on the bottom, but it didn't do as good of a job on the top. So that's why you got to be proficient with both ways, because if this is the only way you knew how and you weren't really comfortable with the clone stamp tool, which is this one, then it just really wouldn't have, this doesn't look right. So looked better with the clone stamp tool this time around. Thanks for watching. If you need help working on one of your photos, feel free to reach out in the comments below. Make sure to smash the like button before you leave and subscribe if you want more content like this using Adobe products. Have a great day.